Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Sometimes the god of dislikes just has weird plans to make things happen the way that they do. So something interesting happened. I've been looking for a misconnection of mine for a couple weeks. Actually, I've been spending most of the new year looking for misconnections because I've been trying to make up for the past. My first couple of years here in Phoenix, I missed so many signs of people who were on to me. I really did. I was reflecting on that just before the new year, and I promised myself to spend most of this year making up for the misconnections, and B, making sure that when those circumstances rhyme again, I know they're not going to repeat exactly, but when they rhyme again, to not make the same mistakes. And already, I have avoided that. I've been much more bold about saying what I need to say and making connections and being more bold at even when I try to make connections and it doesn't work. At least I know that I gave it my best, right? So I've been very boldly making moves when I feel like it, even when I don't want to make the move, right? So I gotta say that at least 50% of the time now, when I ask a girl out on a date, I really don't want to go on a date with her, and it's nice when I actually get to go out with a girl that I didn't want to because it's completely a game for me now, right? And I get to practice what I need to practice and all that, right? I love that feeling. Got nothing to lose at that moment in time, right? I went on a couple dates like that. I really like it. Now, a little bit over a year ago, I missed out on a girl who was actually possibly hitting on me and I didn't notice it. What had happened was I was at a board game meetup when a, some guy made fun of me for having food allergies. He was playing this board game and he got greasy food all over his board game set. I couldn't touch it. And I apologized. I got up and apologized to him for walking away from the game and he made fun of me in front of his friends. And this girl pulled me aside and said, "It's okay." And I really wanted to make a move on her. But then she explained that she understands about dietary restrictions because she has type 1 diabetes. And then she proceeded to show me a pump that she had attached to her arm. And hearing about her condition, and especially seeing something attached to her, kind of scared me away from her. At the time, I was juggling two jobs, I was juggling my art career, and just having the concept of someday getting to know her and then having to juggle something that she needs to do, it kind of bothered me at the time. I know it's wrong for me to say that, but I had too much going on. I promised myself that I would make up for all the misconnections that I had in recent years. So I talked to a mutual friend of mine that we still communicate with, but I don't think the mutual friend knew who I was talking about. But I'm still glad I asked the mutual friend. I've learned that it's best to do something and then find out it doesn't work because at least you check that off of your list, right? I've learned to treat it that way. But last night, I don't know what inspired me to do this, but last night I decided to just go on Facebook and randomly search anybody here in Phoenix who has type 1 diabetes to maybe find her, or because people with conditions like that tend to support each other, to ask the people on there if they might know her. That was my logic, at least. I did a little background Google searching, and it, type 1 diabetes affects about 1% of the population. Population of Phoenix is like 1 million. And so we're talking 10,000 people. And I thought there was a chance, right? If you play a lottery game that has a 1 in 10,000 chance of winning, especially if you could buy multiple tickets, right? There's a chance you might win, right? You wouldn't totally write that off, right? And so I decided to just give it a go. and let you think about what happened. Well, I did not find her, but I had another beautiful conversation with another type 1 diabetic. And so I was telling her about the misconnection, and she was telling me about her misconnections with other people, and now we got a conversation going. So maybe that was the arrangement all this time, right? So the God of Dislike sometimes answers prayers in weird ways, right? And all right, continue to pray for me. At least I'm not going to miss this one connection now. And if it doesn't go well, it's another check mark I give you. After all, there's only 8 billion people on this planet. Every time I make a move on somebody and it doesn't go well, that's one check mark out of 8 billion, right? It's kind of like, you guys know, I love working with this one metal that there's a limited supply here on Earth. Right? Every time I buy stuff, that's it, right? That's a little bit out. That's quite a bit of a big amount out of the entire supply of the Earth. The entire supply of some of the metals I work with could literally fit in this one house, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.